Today, Real Madrid was fully robbed. But the truth is, none of that really matters because you haven't won in La Liga in 3 games now. And that's all people are going to talk about. The Real Madrid fans will talk about the ref, and everybody will. And I truly feel like they were robbed today as well. And they've been getting bad calls over the last few weeks. But a couple weeks ago or a couple videos ago, I put a video on this channel where I said to people, Real Madrid players need to avoid referees. The more they're getting involved with referees, the worse it's going to get for them. And this is going to continue to get worse. That's just the way La Liga is. When you look at this game, nobody can argue the Jude Bellingham thing. I'm not going to argue that with football fans because none of us knows what was said. People can say, but Jude Bellingham didn't even yell, and Jude Bellingham didn't do this. I can walk up to you and not yell and say something really bad about your mom or your family or something, right? I can disrespect you in a really nice tone while I'm whispering. He could have walked up to the ref and said something really off the wall terrible, right? He could have said something that's extremely disrespectful, and he took a red card from it. I don't know if that's what he did, but I'm assuming that's what he did. But then after that, I'm not going to argue that because, like I said, that we don't know what was said, but we can argue the stuff that we saw. And what we saw was a penalty not given to Vinicius Jr., a handball that should have been a penalty for Real Madrid, a Camavinga penalty that is given away that realistically Camavinga doesn't affect the homeboy's shot. The homeboy kind of whiffs the shot regardless. He misses the ball fully. And then it's 2 players that, yes, they connect with each other. Camavinga connects with him on the follow through, but there's never intent to foul. There's never, you can see it just, it's just, for me personally, I don't know if it's a penalty. You guys can say whether you think it is or isn't. I think it's a very, very soft penalty, a penalty that probably shouldn't be given in modern football with VAR, but it is what it is, bro. If they're giving the pen, they're giving the pen. Like I said, I think he connects with the player, but I think it's on a follow through. But the most important thing is this. We can sit here and talk about refs and refs and refs and refs and refs, but Barcelona and Atletico Madrid are fully in this thing. And they now have a chance to really run with this thing because Real Madrid over the last 3 games has gotten more involved with the referees than played football. And even when Real Madrid was down to 10 men this game, they were the most likely to score. Mbappe had a couple opportunities where he could have scored. Vinicius Jr. had some unbelievable plays, but then he just does a little bit too much. I remember one play that comes to my mind really, really clearly is he absolutely annihilates a defender down the wing. Then he gets into the box, annihilates the defender in the box, and he's going to try a cutback to Mbappe. A nice little cutback, Mbappe can tap it in. But he tries to do this like, use his right foot and then into the left foot to pass, where you could have just smashed it, bro, into the, like, but he tried to make it a little bit extra, and the little bit extra is costing Real Madrid points because players are trying too much. You know what I'm saying? And now, let's be real with each other. You've now dropped points in 3 games, and Jude Bellingham is missing for the next one. So life is only going to get harder. And let's get real with it. You just ran for 50 minutes with 10 men, which means you have Man City coming up in a few days, and you just ran for 10 minutes for 50 minutes with 10 men. So players are now even more tired. The gas is low. It's just a bad situation that Real Madrid is in. And again, dude, sending the letter a couple weeks ago, Real Madrid sent a letter to the league about the referees, and ever since then, it's been an absolute disaster for Real Madrid because they shouldn't be getting involved with this stuff, man. Their team is good enough to just play football. Look, there is bad calls in every single league. There's corruption in every single league. People could say, oh, there's no corruption. There's corruption in every single league. Do I think in Portugal, my Benfica has ever paid a referee or hid something under the table? 100%. Our own president was going through trial right now because he was stealing from our club. He was corrupt as hell. Do I think Real Madrid's ever does something? Probably. Do I think that Man City did stuff on the table? That's why I have those counts against them? Yes, bro. I think every team, some way, so every business, be like every massive business with a lot of money, they try to hide stuff everywhere, bro. That's what massive, like, you know what I mean? Like, do I think that these massive things have tried? 100%. There's corruption in every single league. You can't get involved with that. Real Madrid has a good enough team to go out there and play football and get W's. There is one thing that I do want to talk about on the bright side of everything. You take all the losses and whatever, take all the ties, whatever, put that all aside. The bright side of what is happening for Real Madrid this season, and this is really crazy to me because it's almost like I'm living it over. And you're probably gonna be like, what are you talking about? Brother, Barcelona had PK, right? And Real Madrid has Sergio Ramos, right? Real Madrid has Asensio, and Barcelona has Kubasi. These kids are ridiculous. These kids are amazing CBs. The fact that Asensio wasn't playing sooner blows my mind. And the only reason he's playing, let's be real, it's not because Ancelotti was like, damn, this kid's so talented, let me put him in the starting 11. Literally down to injuries, this kid is starting. He is phenomenal. If you watch this game today, this guy was cutting everything. Every ball play in the box, it was his head clearing it. This kid was absolutely beasting and feasting. And I just think to myself, how could this happen again? How could they get Kubasi, and how could they get Asensio? Like, how is this happening again? You know what I mean? It just feels like when you start putting player to player, you're like, wait, I'm seeing similarities, man. You see Jude Bellingham, you're like, yo, he kind of a little bit like Zidane. Lamine Yamal got that like young talent. Everybody gets excited. Got people turning on their TVs like Messi did when they were young. I'm not saying Lamine Yamal's Messi. I'm just saying how people are watching Barcelona so much because to watch the young kid play. Now you got Kubasi and then Asensio. There's so many similarities with this team. It's absolutely incredible to watch. With these teams, it's absolutely incredible to watch. But today, man, that's what I got from the game. I got from the game that watching Asensio be an absolute monster. And then the biggest thing I got from today's game is this. Real Madrid can't score goals, dude. In certain games, Real Madrid just struggles. Like the fact that with 10 men, they could have won this game. The fact with 10 men, they should have won this game blows my mind. Like I said, dude, it's Mbappe some games looks like he can't miss. And in some games, he looks like he can't score. And then obviously Vinicius Jr. And this is the one I really want to talk about a lot. Vinicius Jr. And by the way, I want to put this out there really quickly. It was a great performance from Mbappe. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he got his goal, but he had so many opportunities to put the ball into the back of the net. More, in my opinion, especially when they were down to 10 men. The one thing I want to say is something's wrong with Vinny. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you guys feel the way I feel, but Vinicius Jr. is just lacking something right now. I feel like last year he couldn't miss a pass. He was very decisive when he got into the box. He knew when to shoot. He knew when to pass. He knew when to create opportunity. He knew what he was doing and what he wanted to do. This year, he looks off. And I don't know if it's him trying to connect and ride with Mbappe. I don't know if it's the positioning of Mbappe. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Jude Bellingham was a better player to like 1-2 with. I'm not sure what it is. But when I watch Vinicius Jr., he does not look like the same Vinicius Jr. that we saw last year. He's still got the skill moves. He's still trying all of that. But I'm going to be honest with you. When I think about Vinicius Jr. this year, and please, Real Madrid fans, don't get mad at me. I'm giving you my honest opinion. When I see Real Madrid, when I see Vinny this year, what comes to my head is him yelling at the ref. Because every single attack, he'll go to the floor and he'll look at the ref and go, as if he got pushed, or he'll just put his hands out. He's reminding me of a guy that plays for Benfica that is a legend, Di Maria. Di Maria right now in the Portuguese league, every time somebody even touches him a little bit, he puts his hands out. And for him, it's older age, right? He don't got the speed and the jump that he used to one day, or I used to have back then. And some of them are bad calls, but not all of them. And some of them are bad calls for Vinicius Jr., but not all of them. One I can think of, he's in the box, accelerates, gets by the defender, then he does a cutback. And when he does a cutback, the defender touches him with one hand, but he falls to the floor and he's like, yo, it's just never a foul, Vinny. It's just never a foul. And he's constantly asking for a foul. And that is what I am getting from Vinicius Jr. this year. And I need more because, Vinny, you were up for a Ballon d'Or. And then after the Ballon d'Or, after you didn't get the Ballon d'Or, you went crazy. Like as if they were about to create a monster, as if like we were about to see something crazy, like Vinicius Jr. is about to go Super Saiyan Goku, you know what I'm saying? Like you were about to come out and destroy football. That's what you made it seem like after Rodri got this Ballon d'Or and you were like, I've been robbed. You about to make it, you made it seem, it's about to be this crazy, it's about to be the biggest comeback, bro. He about to look like Michael Jordan with the flu in the flu game every single game and show people he should have won the Ballon d'Or. Instead, we haven't seen nothing from Vinny. Instead, we haven't seen nothing for Vinny. And the more we watch Vinny, you might go, oh, maybe Rodri was doing a little bit more, or maybe Rodri this, or maybe you know what I'm saying? So I still think that Vinny deserved the Ballon d'Or, but the way he's playing this year, I thought this year he ain't even close to a Ballon d'Or this year. I can't tell you who is, but it ain't him. Matter of fact, if I'm being real with you, and people might hate me for this, I got Rafinha ahead of Vinny right now. I think Rafinha has a way better year than Vinny this season. I'm going to keep it real. I think he's been more impactful this year, Rafinha, for his team than Vinicius Jr. has been for Real Madrid. We need Vinny to step up because we know Vinny's one of the greatest in the world. We know how great he could be. We know how magical he could be. But whatever happened during that Ballon d'Or time, it really, really, really messed up Vinny's confidence because my man has not been the same since. We need Vinny to get back to Vinny because Real Madrid is dropping points after points after points after points because the only one really showing up front right now, Rodrigo and Mbappe. It's just facts. Hey, man, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Real Madrid fans, I'm sorry for your loss, man. It was a tough one, man. It was a tough game to watch. Refs got to get it together, but also Real Madrid more than anything got to get it together because in life, you gotta get through it, bro. There's gonna be things thrown at you. You gotta get through it. You can't complain. You gotta get through it. Same thing for Madrid, bro. Like they gotta get through it, yo. The refs are gonna call a bad game for them. We get it, bro. We get it. You gotta get through it, bro.